Your next comic, he's performed at Laugh Fest, and he's open for the very funny Bill Bouchard. Give it up for Sean Zorn!
Hello, my name is Sean Zorn. I recently graduated college. Thank you, some of you. I graduated with a degree in theater, and then I moved back in with my parents, because that's what you're supposed to do when you get a theater degree. I like living with my parents because they're retired, which means they do retired people things all the time. For example, my father purchases rocks on the internet now. That's how he spends his time. And he gets super excited about these rocks. He'll call me into his office at home. I'll just hear him go, hey, get in here. I'll be like, what's up, Dad? Did you get new rocks? Got new rocks. Check out these rocks that I bought online. I'll be like, oh, cool, Dad, what is that, quartz? He's like, no, but this is quartz. You want to see quartz? Put that rock down, pick this rock up. This is what rock you want to look at. You want to see quartz. I asked him, I said, Dad, why do you do this? Why are you buying rocks on the internet? And why are you keeping them in a Crown Royal bag? And he said to me, I like to hold them. I like how they feel in my hand. They're smooth. I like to feel the smoothness of these rocks. They're also a little bit heavy. I like to grab a handful of them and feel the weight of them. Also, they're shiny. I like shiny things, Sean. That's something my father has said to me. I like shiny things, Sean. We're losing him. And you know what? Maybe we never had him. But he's gone now. My dad likes to give me career advice. Recently, he told me that I should get a stage name. We were driving in the car, and after about 20 minutes of silence, apropos of nothing, he said to me, you know, I don't think you should use your real name on stage. I said, absolutely, let's talk about this. He said, I think you should use your middle name and your grandmother's maiden name. I said, yeah, Dad? David Wild? It's a good name if I want to be a porn star. Does that sound good to you, Dad? Also, I like my name. I think Sean's a good name. I spell it S-E-A-N. You all okay? Kind of a ridiculous reaction to how someone spells their name. So S-E-A-N, I'm sorry, but that's how I spell it. It wasn't my choice. Very easy name to pronounce, but when people see it written down, they have absolutely no idea what they're looking at. I experience this a lot because I wear a name tag at work because you know I'm super successful. People will come up to me if they need help. They'll say, they'll look at my name tag and they'll say, oh, excuse me, scene? And I'll be like, no, that's not it. Why don't you take another swing at the alphabet? Because that's not how this sequence of letters works. Another customer's come up to me before and said, pardon me, Shane? I was like, let's talk over here. Out of earshot, let's talk about your process. It's flawed. You have a very flawed process. I don't know if hooked on phonics is still a thing. Maybe you can find one at a garage sale. It works for me, maybe it'll work for you. Finally, another customer came up to me. This joke's not over. Said, excuse me, Sean? I said, sí, mi nombre es Sean. Bienvenido a mi mercado de videojuegos. Thank you. Thank you very much. A smattering of applause for my Spanish minor. Theater major, Spanish minor. I use it for two things, that joke and when I order tacos. I'll leave you with this. I get to travel a lot for comedy, which is fun. Recently, I flew out to Seattle, which was cool. I typically don't like flying, but I sat next to a woman on the plane who made it entirely worth it. She's the kind of woman, the kind of person, when you see them get on the plane, you immediately know that they're sitting next to you. When she turned the corner, I saw her, I was like, yep, there you are. You're my buddy. She sat down next to me and she pulled out baby wipes and started wiping down everything in front of her. The latch that releases the tray. the touch screen, the tray itself. I thought, okay, this is gonna be a long flight. I'll just read my book. We haven't even taken off yet. She taps me on the shoulder. I look at her. She is now wearing a full medical mask. And she says to me, I'm not sick. I'm just being careful. One time, I caught meningitis on an airplane. And I said, cool. And I pulled out my notebook, because I didn't want to forget this person. I wrote down meningitis lady, which I think is a spot-on nickname for this person. And she saw that I was writing, and I'll leave you with this. She said, oh, are you some sort of writer? I said, yeah, I'm a comedian. And she said, oh, are you gonna tell any jokes about me? And I said, no. And she looked at me, and I looked back at her, and both of us, through eye contact, silently acknowledged the fact that we both knew that I had just lied to her. Folks, my name is Sean Zorn. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much.